This is the first thing that I did today. I'm definitely getting very persistent on vlogging. I was thinking if this is something that I can make a career out of, I'll probably enjoy it. I honestly find it soothing to be able to edit videos and to hear myself. Trying not to smile as part of my intention to unmask. I'm not going to smile just because I am nervous. It's 9:52. I woke up pretty late today and I woke up several times in the middle of the night. I'm honestly feeling very excited to start posting my vlogs. I do feel excited, but I still think I should push myself to finish editing 30 before I start uploading. Because that excitement of sharing will quickly wear off when when I don't have enough viewers, but I feel like having 30 videos would give the viewer a general idea of what is my personality and what is my vlog like. So yeah, well, I don't how do I feel right now? I feel I feel pretty calm. I'm ignoring some mean thoughts that I have. For example, I was thinking to myself that I'm boring, which is something that I had been told in the past. I had also been told, let's see, looked at with side looks that I'm sloppy. I had been looked at with side looks that I'm messy. So now making vlog, I am showing you all of these parts of me and the reason why I am the way I am. I disagree with these words because I know that it's a result of exhaustion a lot of the times. I am showing you this part of me, and that takes a lot of courage in me. And is this the state that I want to live in forever? No. Is there a solution? Yes. And that's why we're doing this here. We're exploring solutions together. And I don't know how I can maintain my room in a very clean state when there are so many things that I am learning and doing and working on. There's school, and now there's the YouTube project and my room and everything else in life. It kind of fades away. So I believe there is a solution to it. Maybe I could look for help. That's why I'm bringing you onto this journey, and we're going to figure this out together. So if you're struggling like me, if you hear these mean things that you're repeating to yourself, just know that you're not alone. Just know that I'm taking you on this journey. So we're going to overcome these negative self-talk together. I think a lot of this has to do with the self-doubt that I had been, I don't want to say the word dump, but I'm still accepting the fact that it feels shitty when someone else break up with you. It really does. I'm still trying to accept it. It feels really shitty that these, I can't help how many self-doubts this give me. At the same time, I'm trying to be open and I'm trying to share my self-doubts. And I'm actually working on overcoming these doubts I have in me because I know they are just a lie that I'm telling myself. Like everything, to some degree, a lie. But these self doubts, they seem so real. I would rather try to explore them and learn from them than bury them inside of me and letting these become a part of my identity and act out accordingly. And I don't want to accept these doubts. So if I think my videos are super boring, what I can do is if I think my videos are super boring, what I can do is to watch others' video. Okay, if I think my videos are super boring, what I can do is probably to analyze what makes a video interesting and try to incorporate these elements that make something interesting to watch into my own video, while at the same time still being authentically me. That is one way I could address how I feel about myself. I'm so hungry walking past my food spot, and it's the first time in months that I feel a strong appetite. I just grabbed my phone from the station just to show you this. This is so satisfying, it feels wrong.
I hope I wasn't blocking his way. There is this awkward tension when I'm filming in the public. I mean, if it were me, I'll be really listening to what they're talking about. And that can be either a very cringe thing or something that's actually empowering. So depending on the person, and I hope I would be a good example of being empowering rather than being cringy. I want to show you, there's a new Erewhon in Culver City, and it's right across the street from Trader Joe's. Don't you think that's kind of like dystopian?
Fun fact. Many people who shop at Erewhon probably didn't know Erewhon is actually a book written by Samuel Butler. Erewhon is a fictional city where illness is treated as a crime, and machines are feared for becoming sentient. So it is kind of like what is happening right now.
Couldn't multitask, and I crossed the street while I was holding the camera because I was focusing so much on whatever I was sharing. It was dangerous. Don't do that. I actually had a great shopping experience from Trader Joe's today. I made conversation with 3 different people. It's never happened in my life. I don't know if it's because of the shirt that I'm wearing. It actually feels great.
I want to give you a midday check-in. I got here around 11 and now it's nearly 4 p.m. So I just finished a 30-minute meditation session and oof, I feel tons of emotion and my energy level is different than when I just got out of Trader Joe's. I was successful in making 3 conversations with 3 different people, which has never happened to me in my life. And I kind of reflected on the why, and I think it may have to do with this shirt that I'm wearing and being an autistic woman. This is what I have been subconsciously doing my entire life, is to mask or disguise my lack of social communication skill with a good sense of fashion. Yeah, I actually feel quite happy about this. One person, actually 2 people today had given me compliment on this t-shirt or this shirt that I found. And when people give me compliment, I would just reply to them, thank you. I got this from a thrift store in Germany. And usually that would just be a great conversation starter, even though I actually zoned out for the rest of the conversation with one person. But I usually in those situations, I still try to maintain eye contact and try my best to find something that I genuinely want to compliment them about and just tell them, hey, I like your hair. And usually those conversations last for 1 or 2, 3, at most 3 minutes. And I feel like that's something that I could sustain for 2 to 3 minutes, especially when there is something like fashion that I could talk about. And it feels really great. When I was checking out, there was another cashier today. I think he was also paying attention to what I'm wearing. And he was telling me that he's on autopilot. And I was like, oh, yeah, same. Like I'm always on autopilot, but today is one of those days that I'm not on autopilot. And he laughed, and that was also a great interaction. By the time I got back to the office, I actually feel quite drained. Oh, and something else that I actually want to share. I thought to give you an example of what usually kind of drains me. This is not meant to be a complaint or okay, so I would like to give you an example of what kind of social interaction usually takes a lot of energy out of me. This morning, I got a text message from my coworker from the warehouse, and I use a flip phone to text people. Yes, I know that's kind of weird, but this has to do with the fact that I had been harassed by debt collector for so long that I just have to switch to a flip phone and keep on using my iPhone. Anyway, I got a message this morning from a coworker that my coworker's checking in with me to see how school is. Wanted to see how you are doing. Is school going well? That's a very sweet message. I immediately replied when I saw this. I was like, hey, thank you for checking in with me. Miss you all from the warehouse. Great for me and people for me. I was like, trouble getting a new job, but I started filming my life to raise awareness for autism and looking forward to school end of the month. So far, enjoying the process. Hope you're doing well. And these responses are very natural for me to reply because it's genuinely what I feel. And then I got a reply from my coworker. Yes, we miss you here as well. Shan says hi. Today is his last day working here. He's going to be working at from now on. He extends his friends and family pass to you to the museum to you as well. It is a nice museum if you haven't been. Your filming sounds very interesting. I'm sure it will be successful in raising awareness. I hope school goes great for you. I am doing well too. Take care. And this is the part where I had
trouble of replying. I eventually did a moment ago, but the processing part really took a lot of energy out of me. And I think it has to do with a few of the sentences here. It seems very, very neutral, and I don't know how to interpret them. For example, like, your filming sounds very interesting. I'm sure it will be successful in raising awareness. Okay, so I think this has to do with the fact that I actually don't know my coworker that well, and when people are saying these things to me, I'm having trouble believing because I actually don't know whatever I'm sharing how well it would go. So I guess this is the part where I guess I find social interaction difficult, because I don't know if I should mirror back their response, which means I'll have to mask and try to be more positive than I actually feel. And with the last part, I hope school goes great for you. I am doing well too. Take care. This, for me, I was thinking that's very sweet that my coworker wished my school to go well. For the last part, I'm doing well too. Take care. Like, for me, I was thinking I don't know if I should ask more questions. I don't know if it almost feels like I don't know if I reply, I don't know if I'm overstepping the boundary. I don't know if that sentence means that he's drawing a line with the boundary, and it just doesn't seem clear to me. Take care almost sounds like a goodbye. So I guess this is the text that I have processed for a few hours. And the take care sounds like a goodbye, and it just kind of made me feel sad for a while. And that's just an example of one interaction. But things like this actually happen quite. See, like, this is why I feel like if this is how much time I'm taking to respond to one acquaintance, imagine having so many different people that I come across on a daily basis. This is the reason why I feel like I actually avoid social interactions, because it'll take too much processing power out of me. So what I eventually replied, which is a proud response, I feel like I was able to genuinely communicate my authentic self. This is what I replied. Maybe you will also enjoy a change in environment. I do not know yet if people will care to watch my video, but the whole point is to unmask and be the most authentic version of me, which is quite soothing because I couldn't mostly. Maybe we could have a museum tour sometime and I could document it for the autistic community. You should film yourself sharing book finds. You find really rare and cool books. That reply actually went very well. I feel like I was trying to give encouragement there because I kind of sensed some sadness from the text. He shared with me that another coworker of us is leaving, and if I were in his situation, I feel like I would feel slightly sad and disappointed. And I know I am consciously, actively imagining myself in his shoes. And the reason why I said that text went well is because he ended up replying to that, and he was like, I hope that you accomplish your goal with the video. Good information and media usually finds the right audience. We are moving, so I would enjoy that changing environment at least. Yes, I should film book finds. That is a great idea. I think a museum tour is a great idea too. I would love to go with you sometime. We can say hi to Sean at his new place. And I was saying, cool, I will think about the content and plan on doing a museum day with both of you. When I was replying great, I thought about, okay, should I do an exclamation? Should I add a anything? And I eventually just see, this is the part where I overthink. And I eventually decided to just reply with a great without anything. And I feel good about this. And I feel good for sharing. So if you feel like you're over analyzing or overthinking about your interactions in text with acquaintances, just know you're not the only one. This is a very casual interaction with a coworker that I may or may not meet in the future. If you're the person that I'm referring to in this video, just know that I do care about you, and I am sharing this as an example of my honest feeling that I normally don't get to share. That's why I was saying the text there that normally I feel like it couldn't really be. But the whole point of this is to unmask. And so I would like to share with all of you that if you're feeling overwhelmed with social interactions like this, you're not the only one. I feel this way too, which is why I accept, and I believe, I'm telling you, it is okay that you are taking time to take care of yourself sometimes. If these interactions get way too overwhelming, it is okay to reduce interactions. And it is okay to be honest and open to people about being autistic. And if you have the energy to explain to them that this is how you feel. Dude, what I had been waiting on all day. This hayashi rice, it's so good. Oh my god.